Hey everybody, it's Craig Fitzpatrick from Hosmer Chiropractic, and today we're going to be talking about the bridge exercise. This is a great exercise to activate your glute muscles. One of the biggest problems we have with people with back pain is your glute muscles aren't firing, and if they're not working, the lower back has to pick up the slack, and usually that leads to a lot of pain. And it's also just inefficient. We want to make sure whether you're running or lifting, whatever exercise you choose to do, we can get those glutes activated, and that's just going to help with everything. So the first example I'm going to show you is just the traditional floor bridge. You're just going to lie flat on the floor. You want your knees slightly bent. We don't want your feet too far out, and we don't want them too far back. And what you want to do is we're going to start by tightening the core. And again, I tell people, imagine someone's got a 100-pound kettlebell, and they're just going to drop it right on your stomach. So you want to make sure that's tight and engaged. And then what you're going to do is, just like you'd make a fist with your hands, what you're going to do is you're going to squeeze your glutes. You want your glutes activated throughout the whole range of motion. So I'm going to squeeze my glutes, going to come up, and I'm going to hold at the top for 5 seconds. And after that, I'm going to lower, and this is the trick, and this is what everyone forgets to do. You want to make sure your glutes are engaged as you lower. So I'm going to go down nice and slow for about 5 seconds, and as soon as my cheeks touch the floor, bang, I'm coming right back up. When I do this, I don't want to overarch my back because that's going to over-recruit the lower back. Think about getting a nice straight line from your hips, or excuse me, from your shoulders through your hips down to your knees. We're going to hold here and then slowly come down. Now for some people with really acute back pain, or if you have overactive lumbar erectors, and again, that's what you'll see a lot of times when people, they'll do a bridge and their lower back over arches. What you can do is, again, we're going to get those glutes engaged, and we can just do a very gentle pelvic tilt. So that's going to kind of stretch the overactive muscles in our lower back. It's going to help to get those glutes to engage. And depending on your comfort level and your pain level, if you have like a really sore low back, you might not be able to come up to a full range of motion, and that's fine. We always want it to be a pain-free range of motion. So if it's just, you're just coming up off the floor about 1 inch, but that's taking away your back pain and getting your glutes firing, that's a good sign. Some other things that you can do when you're doing the bridge is you can also do like a one-legged bridge. So coming up like that, keeping the legs up, and you want to make sure your hips are level. I see a lot of people that are like, oh, I can totally do a one-legged bridge. Watch. See? That's bad. Because what you're doing is your spine's twisting, and a lot of times you're over-engaging the wrong muscles. So if you do it, you want to make sure you can come up and keep those hips level as you do it like that. Another version you can do is using a physio ball. So this is great. Sometimes we have people that need to be doing a bridge, but because of neck discomfort, sometimes on the floor, you're putting a lot of pressure on the shoulders and the neck. So by doing it on a physio ball, a couple things happen here. The pressure on the head and the shoulders isn't as great. So what I'm going to do is I'll come down like this, and notice my shins aren't sliding back and forth. They're going to stay fairly straight and neutral. And I'm going to come up like that. Same rules apply, squeezing for about 5 seconds at the top. And then I'm going to slowly lower. I'm going to let the ball kind of drift forward, but I'm not going to let my shins drift forward like that. All right, and so those are some variations on the glute bridge. I hope that helps, and we'll see you soon at Hosmer Chiropractic.